New Thought Media Network proudly presents Lindsay Leimbach, Practicing Infinite Possibilities, Fridays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. And now, here's Lindsay.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to PIP, Practicing Infinite Possibilities on New Thought Media Network. Hey, is that an awesome mug I got from them? Right? That's so cool. Thank you, New Thought Media Network. I want to say shout out to my mom and dad. Yay! And why I'm saying shout out to my mom and dad is that they have now tested negative for COVID. Yes. So we missed last week. And one reason why we missed last week is because I was going to visit my parents. Let me get my puppy. He wants to be on the show. Oh, it's Buster. Is he the sweetest? I was going to Santa Fe to meet up with my parents. And so as I'm driving, I live in LA, and as I'm driving down to the airport, we're actually going through Malibu Canyon. We're going to go down PCH, I live a little north of LAX, our airport. I get a phone call. I look down, well, that's interesting. So I answer it, and it's my mom and dad. And my mom and dad are saying, we have COVID. They're in Santa Fe at a condo that has 2 bedrooms. They said, well, you could come. They're very sweet. They love me. You could come and stay in the other bedroom, and we'll be staying far away. So I looked at my husband. I said, I'll call you right back. I looked at my husband. I said, pull over. And I explained to him what was going on. Well, we both knew that living with my mom and dad in Santa Fe in the midst of COVID was not a great idea, because I could get COVID, they could get better, I'll get COVID, and then I'm stuck in Santa Fe. But I did want to support them. So this is why I even developed the show, the infinite possibilities. I mean, you have every moment of your life, you get to make a choice. There's pure potential in doing anything you want. And that is what this whole series we're about to embark on together, which is going to be based on, I'll just throw this up so you guys can see it. The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. Okay. Now, this book is awesome, and it's short, and it's a great read. It's kind of deep, especially the first 2 chapters. You got to get through the first 2 chapters. Once you get that, then it's easy breezy. But the bottom line is that this isn't his laws. This is just laws that have been around from the beginning of time, that we have the capability to have the choice of infinite potentials, that they all exist out there. And I'm going to really take a deeper dive in this series. This series is probably going to last about 2 months, get us through April and most of May. And so basically, we have it. And I pulled over and I looked at my husband. Was I having an emotional feeling when I heard that I am 2.5 hours from flying away to go see my parents? I was so excited. It was my birthday present, because I was meant to go see them for my birthday, and that got canceled because I had COVID, and now I'm meant to go see them in Santa Fe for my birthday present, and that's now in jeopardy. But I knew when you do the practicing infinite possibilities, you're going to have that knee-jerk reaction, like the kick in the stomach, like, oh my God, this is not what I planned. This is my vacation. It's my dad's birthday. How could the world be doing this to me? How could it be doing it to me again? Did all that fly through my head? Oh, yes, it did. And we were so excited to go and see a museum called Meow Wolf in Santa Fe. And we already had the tickets. I was so excited. A really good friend of mine named Nils told me about it. Anyway, and then I was like, no Meow Wolf for Lindsay. No. Anyway, So you do get that knee jerk reaction. That is just the human experience. And it really comes down that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. The human experience has the brain that we've talked about so much, and the brain and all the hormones and the amygdala and all that. And you get that not me separate feeling like, why is this happening? This is what the brain wants self-preservation. It wants Lindsay to be successful. But when you can pull over and realize that it's infinite possibilities, and I can paint this picture any way I want, as a victim, as anger, as sadness, as disappointment, as fear, but also as giving, caring, loving, joy. I get to pick how I want to react to this situation. Now, it's important that when we get socked in the stomach and we do have these feelings, that we don't deny them. They are totally natural. They are the human experience that we're having. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So I can look at my husband and we pull her and goes, this just stinks. This is not what I planned. Imagine it's not what I planned. But then after I got to talk to him, that's why I hung up with my parents right away. And I'm like, I need to step away and process and get through some of those emotional feelings of disappointment. And why am I disappointed? Because I love them deeply. Love them. Love, love, love them. And I'm disappointed I'm not going to see them. They are not doing anything to me by having COVID at all. They're just having COVID. Right? The world isn't doing stuff to me. I get to be the creator. And that is what this whole series is about, the creator of my experience. It takes practice to get yourself and capture yourself at that moment and be the creator of your experience. And I said, well, when I was talking to my husband, we were pulled over on the road in the canyon. I said, if they need me, I need to go, because they said, why don't you come anyway? So I wasn't sure if I was reading that because they wanted me to come because they were disappointed. They were trying to help me get through and not be disappointed, or if they felt that they needed extra help from me and they needed support from their daughter. I mean, I didn't know. The whole thing happened really fast. So one thing I did realize is I needed to have more information, more knowledge before I could make a choice. But one of the choices I knew is I didn't want to have the infinite possibilities of being stuck in Santa Fe with COVID and then bringing it back to my husband and my friends in Los Angeles. So I called my parents back. I said, how are you feeling? They said, well, not too bad, not too bad. And I said, well, listen, what I can do is I can come and I can stay in a hotel near you. And I will check on you every day. I will visit with you from afar through the window. By the way, it started to snow the whole time I was meant to be there, and get you food. And they said, no need, Lindsay. No need. They had wonderful friends that already lived in Santa Fe. And so they had this beautiful condo. It had a fireplace. I think they didn't feel good enough to make a fire, but at least it was there. They could look out the window and they would deliver food. So I realized at any other point, I could jump on a plane if they needed me, but this was not the time for me to jump on a plane, to go stay in a hotel by myself, to look through the window at my parents in the snow in Santa Fe and deliver food. So I turned around. I said, I love you guys. And I know we're all very disappointed, but the infinite possibilities that I get to practice going through me is that I'm going to be wise about my own health. I know that my parents are being very wise about their health and what to do, and they have a support system, and I'm going to go home. Well, I looked at my husband and he was doing the happy dance. Now, he wasn't happy that I was disappointed, and he certainly wasn't happy that my parents had COVID. But he was extremely happy that all of a sudden I didn't have work Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, right? And Monday, because I was meant to be away. And what does that mean to him? holiday for him. He gets to have Lindsay. So there is the lemonade in the lemon for us. And that's what we did. I said, look, babe, the universe has now given us an opportunity just to have a small vacation at home. So that's staycation, right? Staycation. So let's do it. And you know what else happened? So cool that when you go in and you lean in to the problem, but you're looking for the solution or you're looking for the rainbow in the storm, the universe keeps giving you, because it's infinite possibilities of wonderful things that will happen, because your mindset isn't stuck in victim. It isn't stuck in anger. It isn't stuck in frustration. It's stuck in liberation. Liberation, empowerment inside, that you get to look at the infinite possibilities of what to do with this wonderful new free time. So, of course, did I call my parents every day? Yes, I did. Did I keep a pulse on it? Do I need to go? All that. I did that. They're fine. They were making wise choices for themselves. And I did that. And we went to Ojai. So I don't know if anyone has ever been to Ojai in California, but it's a little north in the mountains above Ventura. And Krishnamurti, if you know who he is, a wonderful Hindu philosopher, Krishnamurti, Meher Baba has a place up there. Krishnamurti has a place up there. There's lots and lots of very incredible spiritual beings that have gone up to Ojai, and meditation. There's Meditation Mount. There's all this stuff up there. And so we went up there. We went through the back routes, and I want to tell you how beautiful it is. Infinite possibilities. Southern California has been in a drought for like 10 years, as most of you know, and we have gotten more than double the rain that we normally get, not in drought season, normally get. So do you want to talk about infinite possibilities of things blooming? The green? Oh my gosh, the flowers, the orchards, the everything. I said, the rivers are all running. It is so magnificent. So instead of feeling sorry for myself, I went to Ojai with my husband, and we took our puppies with us. And we went up there and we had a wonderful time. And then the next day we went to the Getty Villa. So if you get to LA, there's two museums by the Getty Museum. There's the big newer one, which is near off of Sunset, near Brentwood, Westwood area off the 405. And then there's a smaller one off of PCH. And that's the older one. And both of them are 100% free. So we went to the Getty Museum. Oh my gosh. And so just more beauty and beauty. But how did I do that? Is because I practice the seven spiritual laws of success. And the first one is pure potentiality. To know that at any point, anything can be created. Anything can be created. It is so wonderful. So I wanted to say good morning to my dad. Thank you that you don't have COVID. Thank you for your wonderful help. Thank you for being my dad. I also want to say shout outs to Wayne. And salutations from Geneva. Fiona, wonderful, across the pond. I love it over there. Yes, yes. Let's see, I worked at the Getty Villa over 30 years ago. That is so cool. Do you see the infinite possibilities we have with Zoom? Do you see the infinite possibilities we're having with New Thought Media Network? That we all can be here? That my story is not Lindsay Limbach's story. The one I just told you about driving to the airport, being 2.5 hours away from flying off to have a vacation with my parents, to turning around and going home. That is everyone's story. I really want you guys to understand that. The human experience is filled with pain. COVID, tornadoes, childbirth, death, filled with pain. Disappointments, people aren't behaving the way you wish they behave. But you know what? Suffering is optional. Suffering is optional. Yup, we get dealt the lemon, and every person out there has a story where they've gotten dealt many lemons, And you get to choose with the infinite power that is always existing. It is always existing in every single moment of your breath. You get to choose what to create. That is the miracle. Om. What does that stand for? Om. Well, they say it's the sound of God. Yeah, you know what? It is the sound of God, but it's OM. Ordinary miracles. Ordinary miracles. Ordinary miracles are happening every day. That we even have this ability to have technology, that I'm talking to someone who lives in Geneva, someone who lives in Florida, and someone who lives in Canada, someone who lives in Denmark, someone who lives in England, someone who lives wherever you are, California, all at the same time. And we are interconnected with our energy. We are all on the same page of saying yes to our life, yes to seeing our ordinary miracles. That's why you showed up. That's why you tuned in. That you were some kind of calling. You said, you know what? I'm going to give this a try and see what's going on. And giving it a try takes the lid off your box, and you say that you have this infinite potential, and you're going to take this concept, this idea, this fire, this light, this passion inside of you for the rest of your day. And if you keep practicing this awareness for the rest of your life. I get so excited. You can see I am so excited that I'm going to be teaching the series. All right. Let's do a little bit bigger dive. Now we're going to take it slow, everybody. Okay. We're not going to go really fast. We're just going to enjoy it. And I wanted to just read some of the beginning of what success is from what Deepak Chopra said. Now, let's talk about infinite possibilities one more time, right? Pure potential. A lot of you guys know that I have a learning disability or a learning challenge or whatever you want to call it. And it's dyslexia. I inherit it in my family. I got diagnosed in first grade. I went to a special school, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade. And to learn how to read, because I couldn't read, right? It was really, really, really difficult. But that doesn't mean I'm a victim, once again. It means that my parents saw infinite possibilities in me, got me the right tools so I could access all this beauty inside of me. They helped me very much to get the right tools while going to special ed school, gave me the possibility so I could go out. And you know what? I read. Now, okay, you guys go, of course you read, Lindsay. You know, you've made it. And I'm 56 years old and I'm out reading. But you know what? I'm going to read out loud. If you ever told me in high school that I was going to stand up on Zoom, talk to people all over the world, and read out loud, I would have said, you've been just smoking too much drugs. I'd say that wouldn't happen. But infinite possibilities. So when you do hear me read some things from this book, you might hear me stutter, or you might hear me read a little slower than you would read. That's okay. That's okay. That is my uniqueness in this world. That is my vulnerability in this world. And I'm going to share it with you because every single person has uniqueness and vulnerability. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. If anything, when you share your vulnerabilities with other people, they take a breath and they think, oh God, thank God. You got issues too. You got problems too. And I told you we all have pain, but we don't all have to have suffering. So I am not going to suffer because I'm dyslexic. If I want to read a paragraph out of a book for you, I will. And you guys will cheer me on, right? Do I got some cheers on? So here I go. Today I'm putting on my reading glasses. All right. The definition of success. We've got to start there. The 7 laws of success. So let's see what he's saying for success. Success in life could be defined as a continued expansion of happiness and of progressive realizations of worthy goals. Success is the ability to fulfill your desires with effortless ease. Effortless ease. Now, I love that. And we are going to talk about effortless ease. So we are going to have goals. We're going to have a life. But effortless ease means that you're dropping the suffering while you're dealing with the stuff. You know, there'll be challenges and goals, but effortless ease is learning how to drop the suffering. And yet success, including the creation of wealth, has always been considered to be the process that requires hard work. And it is often considered to be the expense on the expense of others. Now, that very much is the definition of success in America. I don't know if it is in Europe or in Asia or other places, but in America, we wear hard work as a badge of honor. I'm so stressed out. I work so hard. I work 15-hour days. And everyone, well, I work 16-hour days. You know what? Working hard is not what we're trying to do. Working well, yes. Working efficiently, yes. Letting things flow. But you know what? I can work 9 hours and enjoy every moment of it when I'm doing my passion, when I'm doing what I love, right? Which is actually coaching. I just adore coaching so much. I get it. People say, how did you coach so many people in one day? I'm like, give me more. I love it. I connected with people. I get to radiate with their energy. I get to help them bring out their best. It's not hard work. It's enjoyable. Am I tired at the end of the day? Yes, the answer is yes. But it's the seed of awareness, of connecting into that flow of the infinite possibilities that we're all divinely connected. We don't have to work hard. We can work long. We can work with a lot of energy, but it doesn't have to feel difficult. Huge, huge. Having a difficult job is not the definition of success. Okay, we need a more spiritual approach of success and to affluence. Amen. Okay, which is the abundant flow of all good things, all good things. In other words, I can do well at my job and I don't need to compete against everyone else. I do not need to put other people down for me to look good. I can just look good on my own merit. Amen. With this knowledge and practice of spiritual law, we can put ourselves in harmony with nature and create with carefreeness, joy and love. Joy and love. All right. There are many aspects to success. Material wealth is only one component. So I've taken personally a lot of classes, the Golden Key. There's just tons of them on how to manifest wealth, how to manifest abundance. But you know what? You're pigeonholing yourself. I realize when you take this, it's not about that one thing. It's about aligning yourself with the spiritual laws, that if you align yourself with these laws, abundance in everything happens. Everything. Everything. It's not one thing. You're not going to put one and goal over here. I want to make a lot of money. Because a lot of times when people do that, then what they do is they take the energy from their health and they put it over there. So there's a cost. When you're doing something that there's a cost going on. I'm going to make a lot of money, but then your relationships go down because you're not paying. No, we're not doing that. We're talking about the whole being of the magnificent spiritual self as we are. And rising and shining and flowering in all aspects of our life, in all connections. Moreover, success is a journey, not a destination. So that's what this is really about, is not getting stuck in the suffering, not getting stuck in the ego, living your life to its full potential in the most unique, special way you can every day. Success is this moment when we wake up, when you wake up and you say yes to this world, to the infinite possibilities, to the Om, to the ordinary miracles that I'm going to see divinely being granted through me, not at me, through me. You have to be connected so it flows through you, not to you, through you. Okay. Material abundance in all its expressions happens to be one of the things that makes the journey so enjoyable. But success also includes good health, energy, enthusiasm for life, that's saying amen, yes, when I wake up. You wake up, you open your eyes and you say, oh my God, today I get to create. Today I have the total potential. Fulfilling relationships, creative freedom, emotional and psychological stability. Give me that. Emotional and psychological stability. And that goes back to my story that I was talking about it with my parents. Driving along, get the phone call, told that turns out I'm not going to have my vacation. I'm not going to see my parents. Yeah, I could go into that poor little daughter. Oh no, I don't get to see my mommy and daddy, and it's going to be so horrible, and this is going to be so tough. But when you learn how to have emotional and psychological health, then you can acknowledge that feeling. That's a real feeling. You don't want to deny it, but you don't have to be captivated by it. You don't have to be imprisoned by that feeling. You can acknowledge this feeling because you love someone and you're going to miss them. And that's a totally healthy feeling to feel. I'm sorry. I was disappointed because I love my parents. There's just nothing else I can say about that. I miss my parents. They live in Florida. I live in California. But it doesn't mean I need to fall apart. It doesn't mean that I need to poison the rest of the day. It doesn't mean that I need to blame them or shame myself or curse the world. It means that I need to acknowledge how much I love my parents. And then I go on and I create a magnificent day with my husband. Who I love very much too. So we got emotional stability and success, a sense of well-being, peace of mind. When I'm coaching and I really talk to people, I have people as young as 12 and as old as 89, and lots of people in their 20s and stuff, and lots of people are extremely successful. But what they don't have is a peace of mind. They don't have a peace of mind. They might be successful on the outside, but there's something missing. They could be getting the straight A's or making big money or running companies or whatever it is. But they're missing something. And what they're missing is that relationship and that self-esteem with themselves. Okay. And that is so important. That is what we're going to be working on. That is what this whole series is going to be about, is of us going in to that. So I'm going to skip over. I want to read something else I just love so much from the book. And if you have the book, this is the bottom of page 4. The source of all creation is divinity, or the spirit. The process of creation is divinity in motion, or the mind, and the object of creation is the physical universe, which is also the physical body. Now, for some people, that makes a lot of sense really fast, but I'm going to break it down to what he's trying to say in real simplistic terms. Okay, the universal energy is infinite. There are many possibilities. There's energy that's flowing through absolutely everything, just ready to express itself. Just ready to blossom. So let's see, here it is. I brought this. See, this is my oak tree. This is my acorn. This acorn is ready to explode into a tree, right? It's ready. It's here. It's all in here to become a magnificent tree. Not only a magnificent tree, this could become a magnificent forest. This one acorn could be a magnificent forest. It has the pure potentiality. We are like that acorn. This acorn, this ability to explode into infinite possibilities, to be touched by the divine. The divine knows how, when it is planted, right? When it is planted into the ground, when it is watered, when it is in the right environment, it knows how to, the cells, how do these little cells that are in dormant say, oh, it's time, Bob. I was talking to this cell next to him. Bob, wake up, wake up. It's time to go. We need to start creating. And then, Jennifer, wake up. It's time to start creating. And it keeps going. The cells in your body are the same way. They are just going as you feed them. They know what to do. What is the life force in here? What is the life force in you? That is the life force in everything. This is Om, an ordinary miracle. You are Om, an ordinary miracle. So if you look at it, I'm running a little late because I got so excited about all this today. If you look at everything we're talking about, the infinite possibilities are like the paint. If you like to say God or the universe or whatever you want to say, all the different colors of paint. Okay. And they're all just laid out, just sitting there on a big palette. And you know what? You're the paintbrush. You're the paintbrush. What you think, what you create. If you think you're only going to be painting in blue, let me tell you, the universe will give you blue, blue, blue. And all you will just paint in blue. And your whole picture and your whole life will be in blue. And if you just say it's going to be in black, 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 there is infinite amount of black paint for you to paint your life with. Now, nothing is going to be painted unless you do action. So even if you choose not to do action, that is action, by the way. You are making the karma choices, but you're painting in a color. But if someone comes up and says, I'm going to paint in rainbow, I'm going to paint with every single color, well, then they get to have, the universe says, here's all the colors. Go for it. Go for it. You go paint. And then you have your picture because you painted it. The universe is the paint. You are the painter, and your life is your picture. The universe is the paint. You're the painter, and your life, what you see around your life, how you see reality, is the picture that you've created. All right. So I'm like a little over today. Thank you all for hanging with me. Next week, we're going to really take the big dive in there in the first law, which is the law of pure potentiality. And we're going to take a deeper dive. But I am so happy that you guys have all shown up. I am so happy to New Thought Media Network. I want to thank you all. I want to go to here real quick. I want you guys, I'm going to throw a picture up real quick. My girlfriend took this picture. Do you see it's a heart, right? It's a heart. It's a heart of soap that she found in her washcloth. She paints hearts. This is a heart in chicken McNuggets. Do you guys see that? She paints hearts with her paint. She finds them everywhere, in nature, on the ground, even in her ketchup. It's hard for you guys to see it right there, but let's see. It is kind of on the top over on this side, like if my finger was going. So I just want you to know that we get to paint any picture. She paints love. She sees love everywhere, and she does love everywhere. And it is just so much fun. So I also I want you all to be the painter and keep painting. And I want to thank New Thought Media Network for all the things that they do for us and allow this channel to be up here so I can come and speak, but so can all the other people who come and speak on New Thought Media Network. Fill your soul with the pure potentiality. Remember, wake up. When they say wake up, they mean wake up to the pure potentiality that we are already so much bigger. We are the divine spirit in action, in creation. Oh, so exciting. So exciting. So continue doing that. If anyone over the week ends up taking some pictures of hearts and would like to send them to me, I'd love to post them. Centeredmoment.com. You can just, or centeredmoment@gmail.com. Reach them out to me. If you would like to have some coaching sessions, just contact me. We'll talk about it. We'll see if it's a good fit. You know, I have clients now all over the world, which I am so thankful for. And I just love bringing out the best. And I don't bring it out. They bring it out. but we open up the channel so they tap into their pure potentiality and they're aware of their creative genius to paint the picture they want. Everyone can do it. You don't need me. You just need you. Anyway, lots of love to everybody. Have a wonderful week. And thank you again for being here with me. Another shout out to everyone who showed up and sent comments. I really appreciate you being here and supporting me and liking, giving the thumbs up, showing and sending this on to other people that would like to hear what I have to say about it. But it's not me saying it. It's the universe saying it out. I just happen to be the paintbrush. I am the paintbrush. That's it. You get to paint your own picture. So lots of love. Let's see. Till next week, have a great one. Bye, everyone. Bye again.